Jacque, this Atlanta team would not go away. What did it take down the stretch for you guys to pull out the win?
Megan, we out rebounded somebody tonight. Come on now. Huh? You gonna leave with that?
Big offensive rebounds, too.
Let's go. Yes. We showed that to the team after some big just possession, winning plays. And that's what it boiled down to. It's just the opponent that night. And for us, whatever it's going to take to win, whether different rotations, somebody's in, out, all the above, we're getting to a place where you're just doing your role in order to help us to win. So big rebounds at the end of the game, some execution that was pretty good, and overall, 6-1 homestand, so pretty good.
I know a stat that you're not going to like is that turnover number. Was there anything defensively that the Atlanta Hawks were doing to kind of disrupt you guys?
Teams are going to continue to trap Kevin. And I think before the half, that I took that mistake as far as the play that we ran and where I had guys on the floor. And so I think overall, if we can keep things pretty simple, when they do trap Kevin, we have multiple guys that can get to the middle and be an outlet. And the last time out, we said specifically who we want the ball to go to. So we might have to build from that direction and say specifically we want the ball to come out of the trap and get to this person, then we'll build from there to alleviate some of the pressure that Kevin has when they do double team him. We don't mind the double team. When we do get it out and we get it out successfully, good things happen. So we'll continue to embrace it and get better at it.
Jacque,
Coach,
you got two. Oh, go ahead, Christian.
Coach, I don't think my eyes deceive me. Kyrie is not 7 foot, but he grabbed 11 rebounds today. Just what did you see from him?
That's what we're talking about. No limitation of size. When you want to rebound, is if you want to rebound. And so it's interesting. You had a couple possessions on the defensive end where Royce had to box out a Kungu, and that was a tough task for him. And we asked other guys to come in and rebound. So you see it on both ends. Kai got in a position, I think, to get offensive rebounds because he was attacking the rim. When we get to the paint, usually good things happen. Sometimes we do settle for our threes in mid-range. That's part of who we are. But when we can get to paint, collapse the defense, make them react a little bit, good things do happen.
And second, just you guys finally finished this homestand 6-1. Just what are some things that maybe you guys learned or discovered during the stand that you can carry over onto the road?
Whoever plays can contribute. Tonight, Sharpe comes in and gives us great minutes, and that's what we want this team to be built around. To be able to be in a position when playoffs come around and your number's called, that you have confidence, your teammates have confidence in you. That's what we're building towards. I challenge the group for consistency, whether that is holding the team to 13 points in the third quarter one game, but giving up a 20-point lead in another game. And so can we continue to be in a mental space of being a consistent team? That's our challenge.
Jacque, I got two for you. Ben got around 21 minutes tonight, came out, scored, I think, first six to first eight. Just what did you make of his first game back in a bit?
Yeah, you see the shots that we were able to get with just his pace. Atlanta had been playing a lot of zone. Half of those possessions, they couldn't even get into zone because Ben is pushing the basketball up. We're getting open threes out of that. You see different guys get different looks when Ben is handling the basketball. Now it's going to be a challenge of he's handling the basketball, not handling the basketball. Can we be efficient both ways with him rolling to the rim, him being in the middle as an outlet? So we still got a challenge ahead of us.
And then just TJ had the first good game back and then kind of a bit of a lull and strong rebound tonight. What have you made of his first 4 games as a whole?
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't really play golf, but like every now and then, like that first time when you get back out in the summertime, you play golf and you just hit and you just not thinking about it and the ball actually goes straight for me sometimes. That's kind of what that first game was. And then you start to think about, okay, I really am playing and I need to be in this position. I need to have this form and I need to play with this guy. TJ's still filling this thing out. 4th game, not playing a ton of minutes right now. Being in the first unit, in the second unit, he's kind of filling out the game. And I talked to him today about that. Like, it doesn't have to come all today, next week, week after that, January, February. We want him ready for the playoffs and what he can bring to the team. TJ will not play tomorrow.
That's twofold. I mean, with Nic, obviously Atlanta can score and they've got a lot of weapons, but how much of them shooting, 505 was you missing him? And do you expect him to be in tomorrow or still?
Big part of it. We'll see. I haven't got a chance to get the performance team and see how tonight looked with all the guys yet. But you see the difference. I think in the first half, way too many drives at the rim, where sometimes Nic will come over and save the day for us. So it's a great lesson for us to appreciate what he does. It's a great lesson for him of the you know, what he does for this team, and he's appreciated, and how important it is to be available every game. Those things are important when you're starting. And so great lessons all around for our group.
And in Kevin's case, he came in leading the league in minutes. Obviously, you needed all 36 that he gave you tonight. Do you expect him to be available in Indy?
I will say, Brian, the minutes are adding up. And I'm not sure where he sits at as far as I know. Probably he and Royce are probably top 5 or 7 or somewhere around there in minutes. I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll always be smart. I told you, short term, long term. I'll see how they came from this game, but the minutes are adding up. And if we can get through tomorrow, the schedule is in our favor to get a little break. But I'll see how these guys feel after this.
And Jacque, mentioning tomorrow night in Indiana, you guys were just there, you know, your last road game actually. What do you see as the biggest challenge, especially coming off of a back-to-back and also building off of what you guys have done here at home?
Yeah, hopefully we remember what it was like going into the fourth quarter with that team. The emotion, the poise that I talked about at that time that we had, and the lack of also. And it's interesting to play the team fourth time before the new year. So we know who they are. They know who we are. And I'm looking forward to going up there and trying to get a win. Thanks, guys.